I just how I come at you guys, man. My nigga say that shit, Terry Fisher, man. You know what I'm saying? Clear me, my nigga. Clear me. I've been down $7, nigga. I'm Terry Fisher, nigga. For sure, man. Free Roddy, nigga.
Eddie got another one.
Yo, what up? What's happening? You already know it's your guy, Fatty. Outside looking inside. Surviving prison. I mean, I want to thank everybody for sending me the questions that they've been sending me. All good questions, man. I really do appreciate it. But if you watching now, you just tuning in. You want to give me your questions, you can hit me up at KINGFATTY, the number 0 at gmail.com. Or you can just put your question on here. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. If you ain't did that yet, man, you tripping. Feel me? It's going on here. I got a couple more questions that I'm gonna run through real quick. But first, I made a huge mistake last time on my last episode. I said that my father only had 12 years clean. My daddy been clean for 18 years. His sobriety date is May 26, 2001. So I'm very happy for that. I love him to death. I loved him when he was messed up. I really love him now. You know what I'm saying? Every day he do something to make me love him even more. My father was an addict for many years, many years, and he lost his eyesight. He was stabbed in his eye, and had some medical malpractice done to him, and it messed him up. So he totally blind now, but he's still moving around. He functioning. He got a job. He a chemical dependency counselor now. Feel me? So he downtown. He going to court with people and all type of stuff and helping people. So, excuse me. He amazing dude. He really a big inspiration for me. He rocked with me while I was down and kept my head up. He actually the one that introduced me to AA. So salute to the big dog. Love you, bruh. But let me hop into these questions real quick. Um, how are sex offenders and child molesters treated in prison? Well, when I first got locked up, when I first was incarcerated, they got treated bad. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even think nothing about that. I just know that it was like every 15 to 20 minutes that went past, guys was going past this one cell, and it'd be like, it was three of them. One of them would grab the cell door and be on this side like this, and then the other two would be on this side. So the one, and they did this like every 20 to 30 minutes, every like clockwork. And this one would yank the door open, and the other two on this side had cups full of urine and boo boo. So when he yanked the door open, they just throw the cups of boo boo in there on him, and then boom, close the door, lock it on him. So first time I seen it, I didn't know what was going on. I'm sitting back, and I'm a fresh 19 years old, so I'm sitting back and I see him do it. I see the one dude snatch the door open, the other one throw some stuff. I'm thinking they probably throwing cups of water or whatever, and they lock the door. Boom. And you hear the guy inside of the cell going crazy. Ah! Boom, 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 beating on the door and everything. You MFers and all this and that and this and that. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. They just splashed him up with some water or something, some hot water or something. So I asked somebody like, "Hey man, what's up with that? What's going on over there?" After I see him do it like 3 times, and they say, "Oh, he a pedophile," and they throwing cups of pee and cups of boo boo in there on him. And I'm like, "Oh man," so so that was crazy. But and then some was getting jumped on, some was getting slapped, extorted, some was getting having to do sexual favors for inmates, turning themselves out. And but over the years, it started getting watered down. Started getting watered down for them to where nothing was happening to them. The staff was basically taking up for them, and you can get penalized severely for messing with one of those for a pedophile or a sexual sex offender. And then there was a lot of them too, to where um, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. We had guys that was hanging around us in our circles and on our basketball teams and stuff like that. And dude be a sex offender, but you wouldn't know. And then it got to the point to where it was a CO. It was a CO, and he was bringing in child pornography with guys that was incarcerated for child pornography. So they had a child pornography ring inside of the penitentiary, and the CO was bringing that stuff in, and they was swapping out pictures and everything. They got knocked. They got caught. CO lost his job. Then they had another. I don't know. I don't know that CO's name, but I know they had a college professor, Dr. Ash, and he was teaching for Ashland University, and he had a computer, and they got on his computer and found he had all type of child porn on there, and he was swapping out with inmates, and they had a little child pornography ring going on in there. So, but over the time, they start like taking care of him, bet not put your hands on them or none of that, or you going to the hole, you getting charged with another case. So yeah, like in the beginning, they had it rough. They had it real rough. But after a while, it wasn't too much of nothing happening to them. Most that'll happen to them is somebody kick their locker box and take all their commissary or something like that. Back in the day, they was getting extorted. They was getting raped. They was getting funky handled the long way. Uh, Go to this next question. Tell us about your first day in prison. Tell us about your first day in prison. My first day in prison was I think I was kind of still in the days. I was in the days. I got to prison. It might have been on Halloween, October 31st, 1995. I'm about to say 2095. But yeah, it was close to Halloween. It was either Halloween or it was close to Halloween. I got there, and the guy who I was shackled to, we had came from the county together to Lorraine together to down there, and uh, it was just kind of surreal. And I was looking for like in the movies, in the old movies, everybody was whistling fresh meat and stuff like that in the movies when new people came through. So I was thinking it was going to be something like that. And in a sense it was. It just didn't come at me. It came at other people that was in the crowd. And it really wasn't a whistle. It was just so much as people standing in the cut and just looking at him. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That little look. And I really ain't even recognize it or notice it until I was locked up for a minute later on down the line. And now I know who the booty bandits is, and I see how they acting when a new bus come in. So being able to reflect back then, like, that's what you was doing when I came in. But I ain't never get approached or nothing like that. I came through the door on that mess. It wasn't good that I was on it, but it helped me out too. It helped me out because it kept a certain group of individuals away from me. You know what I'm saying? It kept that lifestyle away from me because they ain't want that. They don't want nobody that was on it how I was on it. Too much trouble for them. They wanted to be smooth sailing, and it wasn't gonna be that with me at all. So yeah, my first day was crazy. I got into a fight my first day. My first day going into the child hall. I went into the child hall. I saw Mike P, older dude from the hood. You know what I'm saying? He a good guy. I could say he OG. Um, he from the hood. Mike P. He was down for a vehicle homicide. So he was like one of the first people I seen in the child hall, and they had a little beef going on with some other guys, and it sparked off. It sparked off. Just so happened I was there. I'm skinny, man. I'm like 160 pounds, soaking wet, no t-shirt, no drawers on. I got on a brown full body jumpsuit nappy little afro, and I'm a baby. I'm like 16 years old. I mean, damn, 16. I'm 19 years old, and yeah, jump off in the chow hall, and we get to fighting in the chow hall. We get to banging, and I'm put my man down. I put like two of them down. You feel me? And so after that, they're like, man, who was dude? Who was the slam new dude? And all this and that. And that's all it took. I was turned up from the word go. And I went like that for like 8 years strong, just causing confusion. I wasn't trying to hear nothing. There ain't no compromise and ain't nothing. It's get down or lay down. You feel me? That's how I was going. But I'm really not. I'm not promoting that right now. I'm just telling you how I was. It wasn't good. I really disliked the person that I was back then. Um, I never want to go back to that because I was insane. I was out of my mind. I was out of my mind, and I really didn't see no way out. I felt like I was gonna be in there, so this how it had to be. Um, but that was absolutely wrong, man. Not proud of that, but I can't say me being that way. It helped me out in a lot of situations. It helped me out, but it hurt me too at the same time. I ain't glorifying that. I'm just telling you what's going on. My first day in prison was chaotic. It was very chaotic. I didn't go to the hole. I ended up making it through my first day, not going to the hole. But yeah, it was chaotic. So let me get away from that question. What's the longest time you spent in the hole? Longest time I spent in the holes, I could say like 75 days straight. They're like 75 days straight. But see how they did me though. I did 75 days straight for some other stuff, and they let me out the hole by mistake. So then they let me out the hole. I was out the hole for that. They let me out on a Friday. I was out Saturday and Sunday. That Monday they came back and put me back in the hole to do like another 40 something days. So the longest I went in the hole, without getting out was 75 days. That was the longest. But I went to the hole so many times. And I know some dudes that did like years in the hole. Straight. No getting out the hole. Just you in the hole for years. My dude OC, he did a couple years. That's called an AC, administrative control, when you're in the hole that long. Then they got LCs. You can be in the hole for like 6 months. Then DC, that's like 15 days. You know what I'm saying? So when I did my 75, I was doing the LC. Um, what advice would you give to a family with a loved one that's incarcerated? My advice would be with just don't give up on that person. If you love that person and the person is really a good person and they made a mistake or they made a bonehead decision or did something that caused them to have to be incarcerated, don't give up on that person. Um, try to communicate with them. I know how it is out here. We can't communicate every day. Like we can't talk on the phone every day. I can't write you no letter every day. But it's stuff out here like they got a thing called Post that I got hip to. So where you could just download it on your phone and pictures in your phone, you could just click them on there. You could click up to 20 pictures and send them to somebody and they'll mail your pictures. They'll download the pictures and mail them to them straight right off your phone for like $7. You know what I'm saying? You could just send somebody 20 pictures or something. Or, I mean, just show support. It ain't all about sending commissary or food box, clothes box, even though that's good. If you can do that, then definitely do that because commissary is very necessary inside of there. But just the support, man. Sometimes I can remember me being in there and I'm just down and I'm just feeling bad, man. And then the mailman come past and just give me a letter. And it ain't nothing but like a one-page letter, but it's from somebody out there. It's from somebody that I care about. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be from somebody who I haven't even heard from in years or whatever. And they just come through and look like boom, and it just bring back so many memories. You know what I'm saying? Memories that I had with that person, or just it just take me out of prison for a minute. You can take them up out of prison for a second, and You know what I'm saying? Help them out. Give them a good word of advice. Send some scripts. Send a scripture. You know what I'm saying? Let them know like we still here for you. We love you. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, and we waiting for you to come home, and all of that. Or just tell them how your day went, or ask them for some advice, or what you think about this, or any type of any little thing. Just involve them. Keep them involved. Let them know that they family. They still in the family, even though that they in there, and that you love them. You're gonna be there for them. And you know, like I said, commissary is very necessary. Send them to commissary every chance you get, every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling you to break yourself, break the bank, but commissary very necessary in there, especially with this Airmark situation they got going on in there. Ugh, it's the worst. It's like turning my stomach even think about it. So let me get off of that. All right, this one right here. Do female COs have relations with inmates? Ah, man. Yeah, it's going down. It's going down like that in there. It's going down like that in there. And it's some male COs that's having relations with male inmates in there too. You know what I'm saying? It's all going down. Like I said before, man, it's a little world in there, man. It ain't the same air that's out here. It's a different little grimy, dark, like gloomy type of air. But it's a whole different world, man. And a lot of them COs, the penitentiary is they whole entire life. They in there doing penitentiary stuff. Then they go home and they at home talking to each other about, you know what I'm saying? It's they institutionalized like the inmates institutionalized. So yeah, female COs having relations with inmates in there. I know COs that got pregnant. I know COs that then lost their husbands, and COs that have been fighting in the parking lot. Their husbands coming down there fighting them because they in there having relations, calling up there and telling them. You know what I'm saying? Because they finding pictures of the inmate buff with his shirt off or something. You know what I'm saying? They knocking. Yeah, it's all type of stuff going on. So yeah, the answer to that question is yeah, man. That's a big yes. It's a big go. But outside looking inside, you already know it's your guy Fatty. Cheer. Hey, stick around. We got a lot more coming. Outside looking inside, KINGFATTY, the number 0 at gmail.com. Hit me up with your questions. Your questions and your comments, you feel me? 1000, stay safe.
I'm so official. I do what I want because I know that